receiver and defensive back, and he's seen many varsity reps since his sophomore year. He's smart, physical, and quick. He uses these attributes to create space as a wide receiver, and when on the defensive side has the ability to chase down any ball carrier. And then Andrew Molesky had a breakout spring as he was a force on the defensive squad, and when given the opportunity, made a big impact as a ball carrier. This year, he's the primary running back, and if his preseason form is any indication, we may be looking at some impressive numbers. And finally, Dylan Drozek is back on both sides of the line. He was a Tri-Valley All-Star last year with the ability to disrupt offensive attacks with his pass rush and a knack for knocking down quarterback passes. Dylan suffered an injury in his last game of the season against Medfield. Spent the offseason rehabbing, working hard in the gym, and he's in top form. Dylan is healthy, ready to go. Listen for Dylan's name to be called often tonight. As we know, if the Clockers are going to defend their Super Bowl title, it's going to take a team effort, and they certainly have a strong supporting cast, which we'll talk about during tonight's broadcast. We're just moments away from the opening kickoff, so grab a snack and a cold beverage and settle in for what should be a thrilling start to the 2021 Ashland Clocker football season here on WACA-TV Ashland. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
At Gillette Stadium, Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division VI and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dining or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to William Cunis Field here at Ashland High School, fondly known as the Plateau in Inner Circle here at Ashland Clockers. I'm Rob Silver, and I want to welcome my partner tonight, Josh Irving. Josh, welcome to the football family.
Thanks, Rob. It's great to be here. I'm used to having that view inside the press box. A much better view up top here. Loving it.
Yeah, you'll love it on Thanksgiving when it's minus 15 degrees. And We're getting ready to kick off the Griffins from Greater
Lowell Regional.
Yeah, Greater Lowell Regional won the kickoff. They deferred, so they'll be kicking off from the 40-yard line. Back deep to the Clockers is number 3, Jake Troutman, and number 4 is Peter Gigliotti. And we're underway as the Ashland Clockers look to defend their Super Bowl title.
And there's Jason Frasco with the kickoff for the Griffins.
Troutman up to grab it. He's got some space, got to avoid one blocker, does so. He's got some room on the sidelines. And a very efficient return up to the 37-yard line.
Great run back by Troutman, setting the tone early, and Clockers will take over here. 37, 1st and 10.
Beautiful night up here. It's about 67 degrees, a slight breeze.
Out of the northwest.
Yeah. And
just a touch of autumn here tonight. Got the sweatshirt on, got the long sleeve. Rob's got the long sleeves on. But a beautiful fall evening. Not a cloud in the sky over the field as the Clockers start off on offense.
And it's Luke Herter taking the snaps with Andrew Molesky. Gets the handoff. Finds some room on the outside.
Got some great blocks down the right side, and they've got a 1st down as they approach the 50.
Molesky picks up 12 yards, as he's done all preseason. He's just been extremely efficient.
Yeah, Rob, you've been scouting this team all the way. You were at the scrimmage against Wellesley the other day?
I was, and yeah, I mean, they wasn't all out, but the thing about Molesky that you'll notice is he enjoys the contact. He looks for it, and if there's a pile of players, he'll carry him forward.
Just lower that
Herter
shoulder, right?
Decides to keep it. There's another one, keeps the legs churning. Picks up 8 yards.
Great 2nd and 3rd effort there by Herter.
The pregame little ditty I did, I mentioned that Herter is a very, very intelligent quarterback, makes good decisions, and as accurate as he is with the pass, he's as adept running the ball.
Well, he definitely got some significant minutes last year in his junior season, albeit a shortened, but still some really good experience there. It should pay off here in his senior year. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field.
So the Griffins, as I had mentioned, if you're just joining us, they had a 5-2 record last season, including a 4-game winning streak to end the season.
Wow.
And a pretty stingy defense from what I had seen score-wise. They are in a different division, so it's hard to match up. Flat to Troutman from Herter, gets around the corner.
Another big 1st down for the Clockers.
Pickup of about 11, I believe.
Looks like they read the blitz nicely there and threw to that side where the pressure was coming, found the open man, and another 1st down.
Yeah, these are the plays that Ashland has used year after year, and they just execute so well. So again, it's Herter with Molesky lined up to his right. Quick pass in the flat again. That's Troutman.
They've got some good chemistry going here so far, Rob.
Yeah, 6 yards on 1st down. That's not going to hurt you.
So nice mix, nice balanced attack so far, Rob. I'd have to say, I mean, mostly passes, but I'm mixing in the run here and there to keep the Griffins honest. So Herter jogs back in with the play from Coach McKay. Looking at 2nd and 4 now from the Griffin 25.
Yeah. Top of the screen, that's Max Palin, and down at the bottom is Jake Rimza, and Keegan Weiss lined up to his inside.
There's a handoff right up the gut. Let's see where they spot this. I think we've got another 1st down.
Yeah, by 5 yards. He picked up 9 there.
Nice. Connor Kramer just checking in here for the Clockers.
Along with Peter Gigliotti. Gives Molesky a little break. No, that's Rimza coming out. I don't think Molesky needs a break.
You said he likes the contact. I think
Likes the contact. I think the more he runs, the
better he gets,
better
right?
Yeah, exactly.
They got the Griffins on their heels right now, deep inside the red zone now, 1st and 10.
On the 17-yard line. And I
Hey, we
think
got a
a
mix-up.
timeout.
Yeah, a little miscommunication on the play there, so they're going to talk this one over. So let's take a moment here, of course, to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast.
Yeah, we have Technoplex Flexibles returning this year as a sponsor. They're a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility over in the Clock Tower produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19. So we want to welcome them back. And, of course,
Marathon Deli.
Marathon Deli feeding the crew. Can't spell delicious without deli.
You're right. It's a lot harder when I have to do it in my head, but good point.
You may not be able to spell delicious even with it, but
well, you spotted me the deli, so I appreciate it.
I did.
So we certainly appreciate Marathon Deli's contributions, feeding the crew, feeding the broadcast team as well. And
I did speak with the proprietor, and if the Clockers win on a home game, go in on a Monday or Tuesday and mention the WACA broadcast, and $5 off a $25 order.
Nice.
The Clockers win on a home game.
Okay.
So just mention the WACA home game promo.
Tell them Rob sent you.
You can tell them that, definitely. So
okay, back to the action.
Gigliotti in motion.
Herder keeps it himself right up the middle. He's got some blocks. He's headed for daylight. Taken down by about the 5-yard line, Rob.
Yeah. When your safety's making the tackle, that's going to be trouble. And that was Alex Diaz, the junior, bringing down Herder, but not after not after the 12-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot this one about the 6, Rob. And I got to say, I mean, the offensive line so far tonight has been very impressive and allowing Herder to run what he wants to, completing passes, runs up the middle. The blocking has been phenomenal so far.
Yeah, that offensive line looks like we have Leo Bovenschultz. I probably should have looked at that before I attempted to. Sorry, Leo. Hand off to Molesky.
Up the middle.
Right up the middle.
Touchdown!
Punches it in.
Clockers.
First score of the year.
Molesky from the 6 goes in. Clockers draw first blood, 6-0. Extra point coming up.
Yeah, and you pointed it out. It's that offensive line just overpowering the Griffins there. So coming in to kick the extra point will be John Gillia with Keegan Weiss on the hold. Good snap.
Okay, the extra point is good. Clockers up 7-0. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. So, Rob, as we wait for the ensuing kickoff, can you give us a quick preview? I mean, again, you've seen this team certainly more than I have. What can we look for on defense from the Clockers?
Well, the defense is going to be anchored by Dylan Drozek. And, just a strong supporting cast. They have a lot of speed. They're very athletic. Connor Kramer, you see, is in there. He obviously has the height. And Peter Deloria, number 51, the junior, also on the offensive line. I think they're going to have a lot of trouble. Drozek had a monster year last year in that shortened season. So,
yep, some good depth and returning a lot of upperclassmen. So Gilia getting ready to kick off here for the Clockers. Again, if you're just joining us, Clockers with an early 7-0 lead against the Greater Lowell Regional Tech Griffins.
And it's Axel Diaz and Andrew Belanger back deep for the Griffins. It'll be John Gillia to kick it off. Decent contingent of fans making it down from Tingsboro for the Griffins. Quite a big football squad. Little squib kick. Takes a huge hop, fielded nicely. Gigliotta trying to chase him
Had
down.
him by the arm, but couldn't bring him down. Another shot at it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
So that one was received by Averin Chipasuth for the Griffins. And I spent a lot of time with the ball, but didn't gain a lot of positive ground there.
No, that was a huge play by Gigliotti. Had he not made that contact and enough to slow him down,
Yep.
he really had some openings on the outside.
So it looks like the Griffins are going to start off around the 31.5, 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Clockers, of course, wearing their classic Clocker blue uniforms, white helmets, white numerals, white pants.
New uniforms.
New uniforms, and we appreciate it. Much bigger numbers, easier font, much easier to read than the old ones.
It looks like the quarterback is Ryan Brissetti.
Here's the handoff. The ball carrier got knocked backwards.
And a fumble.
Never had a chance.
Looks like a fumble. After the knee was down.
Okay. So Griffins will hold on to the ball, but they're moving backwards, 2nd down.
Yeah, lost about a half a yard. Yeah, they start on the 26-yard line, went back about a yard.
The Griffins quarterback, you said, was Ryan Brissetti.
I believe it's number 15.
Another handoff.
Oh, Diaz
slips the
escapes,
tackle.
but slowed down. That was Pat.
Chipasuth was the ball carrier. He's the one who was on the return as well.
Yeah, and Pat Deloria with the tackle.
So
Initial contact was made by, Deloria, sorry. I thought it was a number 5.
So the initial contact made, slowed him down, and then it was a big pile that brought the ball carrier down. It was a nice team effort there by the Clockers, and now the Griffins are facing 3rd and 8.
Passing down, he does
It's a
drop
slow
back to
snap.
pass.
Complete, but immediately brought down by number 40.
Peter Gigliotti. So 2 big plays by Gigliotti already on defense.
Yeah, pass completed to Nathan Belkis, but a short completion, not enough for the first. Gigliotti quickly on the scene, makes the tackle.
So the Griffins look over to the sideline. See what they're gonna do here. May try and draw them off sides. 4th and 3. They almost, going for it's not a bad idea considering how easily the Clockers march down the field. And they do go for it. Quarterback keeps it, and he's met immediately
and dropped.
Connor Kramer.
Okay, the big man with the big stop on 4th down. Griffins turn the ball over. It'll be Clocker ball here, 1st down, deep in Griffin territory. So again, if you're just joining us, Clockers up 7-0, 5:11 to go in the 1st quarter.
Who do we have on the crew tonight? I'm Rob Silver, Josh Abrams, Josh, and the rest of the crew.
Sure, certainly. We've got Connor Donovan, as always, our old friend Tom Hamilton, Justin O'Brien, and Nick Cunningham rounding it out. And guys, we appreciate all your help, all your hard work getting here early this afternoon, getting everything set up. Now back to the action. Herder under center and shotgun.
Herder, bad snap.
Recovers nicely, but he's going to get dropped for a loss.
Yeah. Wasn't a bad snap. I apologize. Steve Perrin in there to make the final tackle.
It just popped right off Herder's fingers, and that's not how they wanted to open this series.
May have taken his eye off the ball.
Okay, Matt Gillis just came off. I have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, so loss of 8 on the play brings up 2nd and 18, which I'm not too upset about. I'd love to see them throw the ball down the field.
Not the way the Clockers moved the ball in their first series. So Herder shotgun again. Scrambles to his left. Fires across the middle and too hot to handle as it goes through the fingers of Keegan Weiss.
Yeah, Herder loves to roll out. He loves to roll out to his left, and he's pretty adept at throwing while rolling out to his left.
I mean, it's a sharp pass, good spiral, but that can't be the most accurate throw in the world, trying to run to your left and then throw back across the middle.
It's kind of there. Just it looks like it just went through his hands. I'm not going to point fingers. All right. To the bottom of the screen, Max Palin. He's got single coverage and a size advantage. Design screen.
He threw that into the back of his. Look like it hit Dylan Drozek in the back.
Yeah, we have got a good look at the linemen, 51, 52, 55. That's Pat Deloria's, Leo Bovenschultz,
and Vince Mermelstein.
Hunter Roby,
Hunter Roby,
and
right.
Dylan Drozek. So the Griffins avoid a disastrous start with a good defensive.
They look much
stand.
better defensively this series than on the first one.
Yeah, well, when you mishandle a snap, bad things happen.
Ball punted away by Patrick Donnells.
Nice punt and a good job by Ashland getting
and
down
drop
there
that
to
inside the 10.
Pat Donnells, the younger brother of Tri-Valley League All-Star Ryan Donnells, who's off at Pace College, sophomore year.
Rob, I got to tell you, I mean, it's just great to be back here in a football stadium with fans. I mean, certainly we appreciate having the bigger ratings. You know, more people watching on WACA-TV last year, but it's such better energy here tonight.
Oh,
We're having, you know, not even a full house, but still a vocal crowd, good energy.
I agree 100%. 100%. So the Griffins start on their 8-yard line.
Ball gets handed off up the middle and stopped after a short gain.
And it was Diaz again.
I think Andrew Molesky was in the middle of that too.
Yeah, we have the defensive backs, Matt Gillis, Keegan Weiss, Jake Troutman, Jake Rims on the left side, Peter Gigliotti, Molesky, as you mentioned.
Drozek making his way over to the left side. Drops into a 3-point stance.
Hand it off again to Diaz. And it's Herder and Molesky.
Whatever hole was there, it closed up quickly. And again, a small gain here, but it'll bring up third down for the Griffins.
Yeah. So it was our backfield taking down their backfield.
Third down, 7.
I want to give a shout out to Mark Drozek doing the PA announcing tonight.
Yeah, he was helping out with PA announcing a couple years ago as like the spotter.
Yes.
But he's stepping up to the mic tonight.
Gostinelli.
That's right. Here's third down.
Drops back to pass. Drozek's got him in the back.
Oh, down he goes. Avoids the safety.
Drozek and Peter Deloria bring him down on the 2-yard line. He actually lost the ball, but it did go out of bounds.
Rob, I don't know what they called, but that play was very slow in developing.
I think it was slow in developing only because Ashland's so quick. I mean, that's the bottom line. I don't think you really can appreciate how fast these guys are.
Okay, this is going to be an interesting situation, Rob. They're going to be punting out of the back of their end zone. That punter just about has his heels on the back line. If that goes past him. Oh, we got a fumble on the snap.
It's going to be a safety.
That's what it is, safety. So make it 9-0 Clockers over the Griffins. So Clockers getting contributions in every facet, Rob. Offense, defense, and now special teams.
That's what they do. They execute well.
So as we're waiting for the ensuing kickoff, I do want to mention how, again, we said, it's how great it is to be here at the high school tonight, Rob. We thought this game might be moved to the middle school for tomorrow afternoon due to the resurfacing work being done to the track over the summer. Many of you know it was in rough shape and unusable for track meets, but the work was completed in time. And I got to tell you, we were down there pregame. The track looks great.
Can you get a shot on the track?
So I'm sure, cross country, the the outdoor track team be excited to start making use of this. I know they haven't had too many meets these last couple of years, home meets.
Yeah.
So, again, great work done over the summer, getting it done just in time. I know they ran a little bit late, got a little dicey there at the end.
Yeah, still some little work to be done aesthetically as far as some of the lines and stuff like that, but it does look amazing.
It felt great underfoot, too.
Yeah, I saw you out there running. And what did you run, 3 miles before the game?
No, one time around is a quarter mile, Rob. So I ran about like 100th.
There we go. And this is Josh Mukandila to kick off from the 20-yard line because of the
coming off the safety.
Nice
end over end kick.
Yeah, had some distance on it. Is it Gigliotti?
Yep. He's got a
huge hole.
He's got blocks. And he's running down the right sideline. One man to beat. And he gets knocked out of bounds at the 6. But there's a flag right there. As he gets mobbed by his teammates.
You know, I mean, it was the kicker that brought him down, Josh Mukandila. I'm not sure what the flag would be for. I mean,
it was all the way at the end of the run.
I mean, he might be unsportsmanlike. Yeah, he picked it up. Good call by me. No. I mean, all he did was knock him out of bounds. He had to knock him out
Wasn't
of bounds.
helmet to helmet or anything. No, it was a clean hit.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
I didn't even think, well. Block in the back.
Well, let's see where they mark this off.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, so what was down there, it was unfortunately, it wasn't even effective.
Right.
But.
It's like just trying a little too hard to get him that return for a touchdown.
Yeah. So I apologize. I guess the flag was justified. I thought they were calling it on.
Okay, but a minute 42 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it didn't look like. So they go to their what they call the gunk offense. I want to name it something else.
Can we think of gunk. Yeah,
maybe the squeeze offense or this.
Okay, looks like the Griffins got a timeout called before the ball was snapped.
With 1:42 to play.
So, yeah, I mean, let's throw it out there to the audience, Rob, right? You know, you're watching us here on Facebook Live or on YouTube or even watching us later on demand.
Right.
Let us know, what should that alignment be called?
They didn't get a good look at it, but, you know, Holliston, you know, runs it. They call it the war offense. We obviously don't want to use their terminology. But gunk doesn't do it for me.
Okay, well, let's ponder that. Let's marinate on that a bit. Mm-hmm. And again, while we have the timeout, we also want to make sure you're aware of the high school's new online ticket system. No more paper tickets or paying at the gate. It's currently set up for all home varsity football and volleyball games. The website is gofan.co, but you can get the full URL by checking the Clocker AD handle on Twitter. That's Stephen Marks' handle on Twitter. Be sure to buy your tickets in advance instead of when you arrive at the high school. It'll help keep the line short and moving quickly. Speaking of quickly, let's head back to the field as Clockers are about to go underway with Herder under center.
Flips it to Gigliotti. This time he's not really going anywhere. I'm going to get the number, give some credit. That was number 22 for the Griffins.
Stephen Perrin, one of the co-captains for the Griffins.
2nd and 9.
Maybe we should call that alignment the don't run this alignment.
Yeah, that wasn't their most effective play.
Easy for me to say. I know. It's easy for me to say up here, top of the press box.
They've had a lot of success.
Sure, but
who else is in
they're going back to it. So that's Gillis lined up right behind.
They can do a lot from there. Yeah, Molesky tried to break it outside, couldn't do it.
Looked like he gained the 20.
Brought down by number 50. That's Kaiser Zayas.
Not Kaiser Sose, right?
Not this time. So.
About 45 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter, Rob.
Yeah, the Griffins have definitely tightened up on defense. Almost electrified by Ashland's mistake on that snap.
Well, I think also, with Ashland's offensive alignment tightened up, it allowed the Griffins to tighten up as well. But now they're spreading it out here on 3rd and long.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Max Palin split out wide to the right. Molesky in the backfield. Herder back to pass. Looking. He's got time. He throws to the corner.
Molesky.
Oh, just a little too far from a diving Molesky in the end zone.
So this is interesting. It's a 38-yard field goal attempt. Not really any wind. Just a little.
Not like it was pregame, right? Definitely the wind has calmed down.
Yeah. I think if it was 0 seconds, no time on the clock, they might try it.
Mm-hmm.
But percentage-wise, picking up 10 yards or 9 yards is probably a better bet. He steps back to pass. He's got isolation against
turning
Palin.
One way and then the other. Max Palin just could not find the ball in time. Couldn't pull it down, so the Clocks will turn this one over on downs. With 4.3 seconds left in the first quarter, Clockers up 9-0.
Yeah. Got to tip your cap to the Griffins for standing strong there, keeping themselves in the game.
Absolutely. So it looked like Peter Gigliotti picked up a nice block there to give Herder a little extra time. But again, Palin turned over the wrong shoulder, or ball wasn't where he was expecting it, and fell short.
So this will be the last play of the quarter.
And they're spread out wide. And now they drop down to 2 wide receivers. Lone man in the backfield.
We need a pick.
It is a handoff, and he is dropped for a loss.
Taken down by number 51,
Yep.
Patrick Delorier.
Patrick Delorius with the stop, and that will do it for the first quarter.
Ashland 9, Greenville Tech 0.
So, yeah, with 1 quarter in the books, it's 9-0. You're watching Ashland Clocker football on WACA-TV. We'll be back in a moment.
Doing okay?
Yeah, have to get a shot of the moon. Is that Venus, if you will? All right, welcome back. We're ready to start the second quarter. If you're just joining us,
where have you been?
Right, that too, but
Game started at 7.
Home opener. Took the opening kickoff, marched down the field, went up 7-0 after the extra point by John Gillia. And back and forth, a safety made it 9-0, and that's where we stand with the Griffins facing a 2nd and 11 on their own 19-yard line.
Already, this game's had a little bit of everything, Rob. And again, we were talking about a little bit earlier is the Clockers are seeing contributions from every facet of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. Forcing that safety was just a terrific play.
Yeah, and even the nice return, the free kick return by Gigliotti, which they could not capitalize on.
So Griffins again here, 2nd and 11 to start the second quarter.
Brissetti just content to hand it off to the running back there, Axel Diaz. And at some point, and Peter Delorier again with the tackle, but at some point, the Griffins are going to have to throw this ball. And I don't know if that's going to be any better of a result, to be honest with you.
So Delorius and Hunter Roby just checked out for the Clockers. I see Connor Kramer. It's always easy to see Connor Kramer out there, but leading the defense along with Dylan Drozak there at the line. So Rob, it looks like they're running a 3-4.
Looks like they're not sure what they're running.
Timeout Griffins.
And it is a big play, though. You know, it's third and 13 deep in their end zone. Like,
I'd be curious to see what their
first
net
down.
yards are so far tonight for the Griffins. That
It
is.
may not be positive. That's how good the defense has played for Ashland. And they had the sack, which was a loss of they lost about 12, 13 yards on that possession. So, yeah, the Ashland defense doing their job.
Absolutely. And while we had the timeout here, Rob, I do want to mention, we were talking about the new online ticket system. I also want to mention, because we stumbled across this, I believe, that those of you used to using the MIAA website or the app to check the Clocker team schedules will discover the scheduling rosters aren't there anymore. So a lot of the MIAA teams, Ashland included, are now using arbiterlive.com. Easiest way to get there, because you're not going to be able to get the spelling just from us talking about it here on the air, but you can get there from the team pages on the Ashland Athletics website. But back to the action. Griffins 3rd and 13 from their own 17.
Brassetti to pass, dumps it to Axel Diaz.
Closest one there was actually Ashland's Jack McGough. Just missed getting a hand, knocking that one down, but it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 13 for the Griffins.
Yeah, so this is their second punt attempt, and the first one was deep in their end zone. Did not go well.
I thought they were going to have a long snap. It wound up being a short snap that, again, as you mentioned, led to the safety. So here we go again for the Griffins, trying to punt from deep in their own end.
A little better snap, good pursuit.
It's not going
much
anywhere.
Of a result.
Griffins got the bounce, but Clockers are going to take over here on the Griffin 40, 41 perhaps.
41, a net of 24 yards. So, again, Ashland starting with good field position.
They've had it all night. I mean, I think the deepest they've started so far tonight was on the opening kickoff.
I think you're going to see a little bit more creativity on offense here. Little play, run-pass option.
I mean, handing the ball to Molesky was working very well early in this game.
They could do that. Honestly, I think they could do that all night. So it is Herter. The I formation with Molesky behind him. 3 receivers to the right and Matt Gillis.
Little motion. Ball is handed to Molesky.
Lost his helmet. And they call a penalty.
Was able to get past the first defender, but couldn't quite shed the second tackler there. He was dropped for a loss, but we'll see what this flag is.
My scout says face mask. Or just aggressive helmet tearing off. I don't know.
Yeah, where's that in the rule book? Aggressive helmet tearing off? Is that 5 yards?
I mean, just kind of 5 yards for something.
Yeah, Clockers broke out of their huddle, but the ball hasn't been spotted yet.
So 5 yards was illegal use of the hands. It wasn't. I mean, really, there's.
I don't know, but the ball has moved up to the Griffin 31 now. Hand up to Gigliotti. He's got a hole. He's close to a first down, Rob.
Yeah, it's going to bring up second and about a yard. I love the hurry up.
This is starting to look like an I formation.
Palin now at the top of the screen, Jake Rimza at the bottom.
There's a lot of motion here.
Jake Troutman, so we have the 2 Jakes on the left side of the formation. Jake Rimza, quite the accomplished basketball player, has some good leaping skills, so wouldn't be surprised to see them toss one up.
We've got a flag on the play on the far side of the field as Troutman gets knocked out of bounds near the 25.
From the reaction from the Ashland coach, I think it's going against Ashland.
Looked like that flag flew before the pass was ever completed, Rob. We have a timeout on the field while the refs talk this one over. So while we wait, 8:46, we'll do a quick time and score check. 8:46 to go in the first half. Clockers up 9-0. I'm Josh Abrams. He's Rob Silver, and we're glad to have you with us tonight on a beautiful autumn night in Ashland. You're watching Ashland High School football on WACA-TV.
Want to also give a shout out to my normal partner on the mic, Bob Thacker. I think he's vacationing. He'll be doing a couple games this year in October. I think he's completing the 7 big mountaintops. I'm not sure if he gets coverage from base camp at Everest, but if he does, welcome to the broadcast, Bob.
We miss you, Bobs. Hope you're having a great time.
So another handoff to Gigliotti.
Turn nothing into something.
And that was enough for the first down. The change will move as it is 1st and 10 on the 24, going with a hurry-up offense.
Gillis lined up almost like a fullback here.
At some point, I think they have to take advantage of the height mismatch between Palin and whoever.
Quick throw out to Troutman.
That's his favorite target so far.
So he picked up about 4 yards on the completion. Okay, I see Gigliotti sprinting off. Nope, they're gonna leave him in.
Troutman comes out.
Yeah.
Along with, looks like, is that Rimza coming off?
Rimza's coming off. So as long as we're doing some shout-outs, Rob, I want to wish my younger son, Logan Abrams, an early happy birthday. He's turning 11 tomorrow.
Nice. Where you doing Chuck E. Cheese, or what do you got planned? Is that
I think
not,
you're showing
not
some
11?
age, Rob. Even if Chuck E. Cheese was still open around here, we are not Chuck E. Cheese people. Oh, Apex isn't a bad idea.
With dinner at Marathon Deli, our sponsor.
Absolutely.
Gigliotti in motion.
Herder keeps it. Up the middle. Gets the first down and more. Down close to the 10-yard line of the Griffins.
And that's what you hope to get out of the jet sweep. Is a little misdirection. Keeps everybody guessing. And Herder's only going to get better at that as far as, what's the word? Disguising the handoff is what I was looking.
So first and 10 here. They do have an opportunity for another first down. 1st and 10 for the Clockers. Gigliotti in motion again, but he gets it this time, right? Up the middle, but he gets hit hard as he crosses the 9.
5 yards. There is enough room for a first down.
So it looks like the ball's spotted at the 7 here. 2nd and 6 for the Clockers.
So Weiss and Gigliotti come out. Got Rimza, Troutman, Molesky, Palin at the top of the screen. Troutman at his inside. Down low is Rimza. Molesky behind him. Fakes the handoff, rolls out. He looks for, and he finds Jake
That's a
Rimza.
touchdown. Okay, so Herder rolls out left, finds Rimza in the end zone. Another 6 points for the Clockers. They're now up 15-0 over the Griffins with 5:46 to go in the first half.
Like I said before, when you roll out left, you'd think that a righty would have a little bit of trouble, but he doesn't. He is extremely accurate, and a good route by Rimza. Timing play.
Yep. Beautiful throw,
and
beautiful
it was thrown
catch.
To a perfect position. So it's Weiss on the hold and Julia to attempt the extra point. Good snap.
Strong boot. Looks really good on those points after.
Solid.
So make it 16-0 Clockers. 5:46 to go in the first half.
I think gotta figure out who the long snapper is. It may be Phil Bork. But I mentioned in the scrimmage game last year, it seemed like their long snapper was a little shaky, and it might have even been Bork. I don't know, but a lot crisper this year. So 5:46 to go here in the first half. It's 16-0. The Clockers dominating right now.
You could just hear the Ashland coaches right here at midfield screaming, right? No big plays, no big plays, hyping up that defense. You know, don't take your foot off the gas right now. They're up 16-0, been dominant on both sides of the ball so far tonight, but this is not the time to slow down or to let up.
Make sure the Griffins remember the night they played the Clockers. Did I screw that up anymore?
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's our first game of the season too, Rob.
Yeah. I can't use that again. Julia to kick off.
It's a much longer kick
that
this
could
time.
go out of bounds.
And does.
And that will give them, I think, at the 40 is where they spot it.
Ball kicked out of bounds. Greater Lowell gets the ball to 35.
Well, we'll see. Somebody says 35, PA. And it is the 35. That's actually not a bad strategy. Considering where some of the kicks end up, kick it out of bounds every time. Especially when you play a team like Holliston. 35's bad starting field position for them. So, Rossetti and Diaz anchoring the backfield. See what happens. Oh, left early.
Only because he was on our side of the field. It was that easy to pick up.
Yeah.
So that was number 88 for the Griffins. Looks like Nestle Sainville.
He just wanted us to call his name.
Sure, 6'1" senior for the Griffins.
5-yard penalty.
So that kicking out of bounds, like it's just paying off more and more, Rob, as ball went out of bounds around the 20, and now it's back to the 30.
Yeah. So,
I got to tell you, I'm looking at Stephen Marks walking across midfield, and he must not be listening to the same weather reports that we are. Look at that guy in a polo shirt and shorts.
well, when you work as hard as he does.
He is the hardest working man in Ashland athletics.
I think he's still sweating right now.
I did see his wife Jamie and his children here in the stands earlier tonight. Great to see their dad in action.
And again to Diaz.
Nathan Belkis
breaks a
in
tackle.
motion. And that's their biggest gain of the night, Rob. That's probably, what,
Pick
a
up
17-yard
pickup. Was able to avoid that one tackle on the outside. And I guess that's why they keep going back to the run.
Well, it's got to work sooner or later, right? Just the odds?
Yeah, especially when your coach says don't give up any big plays.
Right. So first down for the Griffins at their own 48-yard line. Clock ticks down toward 5 minutes to go in the first half.
The 17 yards count as a big play. I think on a 2nd and 15.
It's their
first
biggest
and
of the
15,
night.
It does, yeah. So again, and there's a ball's loose. I think the Clockers have it.
I see
Molesky, I believe.
was in on that. It is, in fact, a turnover. I saw it looked like Jake Troutman may have caused that fumble, Rob. Looked like he was right in the vicinity of the ball when they finally untangled everybody.
The guy got hit quick. I couldn't tell if it was
all I saw was an arm.
Kramer.
I saw an arm come over his shoulder, and the next thing you know, the ball was on the ground. Getting a lot of activity from the cheap seats.
Yeah.
A lot of kids up there behind the fence, behind us.
So the Clockers take over again in Griffin territory.
Great field position again for them.
48-yard line.
Plenty of time to go here in the first half. Lining up again with Molesky in the backfield. And now that's Max Palin on our side.
He's got him.
Rolls out. He had him.
Oh, and Palin
manages to hold on to it.
Palin bobbled it twice.
I think he took his eyes off the ball, and
he was so wide open.
He really was. But he finally had his body angled the right way.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of concentration once that ball starts bouncing around.
But that, I mean, not to take anything away from the ultimate catch that he made, but that's a couple times he hasn't looked comfortable turning for the ball.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's communication with Herder, that maybe he's expecting it to be on the other side, but the pass in the end zone earlier, same thing. It's just not
the
smooth.
same. Yeah, it's not the
smooth.
same rhythm, not the same chemistry as with some of the other receivers.
But the result,
You can't argue with the results.
24-yard gain, and a pitch to Molesky.
Trying to go outside.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dragged a couple guys with him for a nice gain.
Yeah, he picked up about 5-6 yards, and they had him almost in the backfield. He does not go down easily. 3:40 to go.
Yeah, you said it before. He loves the contact, right?
He does.
Clock ticking down now. About 3.5 to go here in the
He'll
first half.
avoid the hole just to hit
Just for
some
that
bodies.
extra bump. Yeah.
Right. Guys, close up that gap, please. I'm not comfortable running without somebody hanging on my back.
So
it
Molesky
is
in the backfield again. Palin out split wide.
2nd and 4 on the 18. Fakes the handoff.
Across the middle to
Wide
the big
open to
target.
Kramer.
First down. 1st and goal for the Clockers. Big catch across the middle.
13 yards and Kramer's first catch of the year.
What a target to be able to throw with that, cutting across the middle, right?
Once they start getting on the same page, that's going to be a pretty tough combo to defend. Not to take anything away from the Griffins, but the size advantage on almost every matchup is just way in the Clockers' favor. Gigliotti waltzes into
middle.
the end zone.
He was through before the Griffins even knew what hit him. He burst through the line, and he was in the end zone that fast. So touchdown Clockers. It makes it 22-0 with 2.5 to go in the first half.
The cheerleaders doing their 22 push-ups? What's the deal here? 23 with the extra
I
point.
think they're waiting for the extra point.
And it is Philip Bork handling the snap duties. Once again, Keegan Weiss on the hold, and John Gillia attempt the extra point. Here we go. It's down. That one is good.
He is kicking extra points like it's kickoffs.
Not phased by the Griffin. There was one Griffin that snuck into the backfield. Almost there, but it is good.
Yep, 23-0 favor of the Clockers. And the scoring is just across the board, Rob. There's no one guy tonight, right? Molesky, Gigliotti, not Palin, but
Rimza.
Palin had a big catch, right? Rimza?
Yeah.
And of course, special teams chipping in with that safety back in the first quarter.
So I kind of figured 2 touchdown advantage for the Clockers when I was setting
the line.
Setting the line. Have the total at 42. We'll see, because I know depending on how the game progresses, Coach McKay will certainly want to put in some of the other players once he's comfortable. There's a nice kick by Gillia, and that makes it to the end zone for a touchback.
Kid's got some leg.
He does. You don't see the touchback often, and that was not a wind-aided touchdown either. That was.
No, he had plenty of leg on that one. Gets him an emphatic high five from Peter Gigliotti on his way back to the sideline.
Yeah, we're going to have to. Josh and I, we're going to try and start next week. Clocker Talk. Bring you the sports wrap-up on a weekly basis. Sprinkle in a few interviews with some of the coaches and players.
Sure. Cover all the fall sports. Right here on WACA-TV. Check your local listings for times and dates.
Drop back to pass. Goes deep.
For the sideline. Cleanly defended, and they almost took out our camera and Tom Hamilton.
And they did.
Tom's okay. He's got a big smile on his face, but he's backing up now.
And that was Keegan Weiss on the defense, and that was Nestle Sainville. All 8s on that play, by the way. 88 covered by 8.
Did Tom get an assist on that play?
I don't know, but that's going to make
That has got to be scary.
the highlight.
I'd love to see that footage. Thumbs up from Tom. He's okay. Second and 10 for the Griffins at their own 20.
Rossetti calling out the play.
There's a
Pitches
flag on
to
the near
Silva.
side here. That play went nowhere. I'd be curious. Like it looked
Diaz.
like Rossetti, the quarterback flinched a little bit. Like when he called for the ball, and like in the pros, like you would get called for a false start on that. So I would be curious to see what this call is.
Trying to induce the offsides. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2:18 to play.
False start. Second and 15.
So I mean, I didn't see the line very much. It was the quarterback that drew my eye, but we'll see. I don't know who they wound up calling that false start on. But regardless, a 5-yard loss for the Griffins. It's 2nd and 15 at their own 15.
2 minutes and a half.
So clock ticks under 2 minutes. Rossetti.
It's a quick pass across the middle, deflected a couple times and incomplete.
Both Troutman and Weiss had an opportunity. Stops the clock. 3rd and 15.
So Keegan Weiss and Patrick Jonell's among those that are playing farther back. Although now, as I say that, of course, Weiss moves up. So Jonell's, and I can't quite make out on the right side, who's staying back deep there for the Clockers. Here's a run by
That's Diaz.
It's a nice run, but he had 15 to get, and he didn't make it.
Yeah, it was a combination. Maybe get lucky, but also force the clock to keep running. Clockers do take the timeout. Preserve the time at 1:29.
Try and get the ball back one more time. 4th and 15 for the Griffins.
Yeah. Work on that 2-minute offense. Speaking of 2-minute offense, did you see the game last night?
It was funny. I was just going to ask you the same question. I stuck with it till into the 4th quarter.
I was rooting for Dallas with both my heart and my wallet. And a little bit money line on Dallas.
Sure. Okay.
So, overall, it was decent, but clock management, it's huge.
Well, I was torn, for reasons I can't really go into. I was hoping the Bucks would lose last night, but as a born and bred Philadelphia Eagles fan, I can never, ever root for Dallas.
I understand.
Okay, back to the action at hand. Griffins back to kick here on 4th and 15. Clean snap, kick gets off.
Nice kick.
Troutman lets it fall. It's going to take a Griffin bounce and roll all the way down to the Clocker. He shouldn't have touched it.
Coach is not happy with that. Not only does it stop the roll, but it stops
the clock, right? So Griffin stopped the ball at the Clocker 34.
That could have gone viral. That thing could have wobbled all the way down to the goal line. Did you ever see that punt? It was like a 95-yard punt.
Well, the Eagles had one of those. Randall Cunningham had a punt like that back in the day.
Oh,
but I don't. This one I don't think.
To Randall losing his older brother, Sam Cunningham.
I don't think they're related.
Somebody said, I heard that on one of the news.
Sam Cunningham of the Patriots
and Randall
Cunningham.
I'm gonna have to check it at halftime.
Are you watching Fox News? Like, where are you getting your news from?
Regardless, if he was, Herder's gonna keep it, tucks it away.
He gets brought down at their own 45.
But it's a first down, so it stops the clock temporarily while they move the chains.
See, okay, he's getting up kind of slowly. This doesn't look good, Rob.
I think he'll be all right.
Okay. So you go ahead and check on whether the Cunninghams are related, and those of you watching at home, grab a cold frosty beverage while we have a brief timeout here on the field. So, Rob, we talked briefly about, obviously, the game last night. It was much closer than I expected, a 2-point win for the Bucks. What are you looking forward to this Sunday? I'm assuming the Patriots game, but any other games you got your eye on?
You know, I haven't really paid too much attention to the schedule. I'm a big Dallas fan. Patriots, you know, I could go either way.
Oh. Huh.
Oh.
Quarterback is Ashland, Jack McGough.
Okay, I
And
stand
Herter will
corrected.
come out and Jack McGough into the game. If you remember Jack McGough taking in the touchdown in that exciting Medfield game last year from the 1-yard line on a 4th down.
The Griffins got a timeout called before the ball was snapped.
And we did get confirmation, so the condolences were...
Yes, they were legitimate and well-earned.
Yeah. I was surprised when I saw the Sam Cunningham leading rusher in Patriots history, just over 5,000 yards. They've never really had anybody stick around.
Like that dominant ball carrier for like a
long-
career.
Exactly. And nowadays it's less and less, you know.
Who am I thinking? What running back am I thinking of from like 80s, 90s? I think Curtis.
Yeah,
went up with the Jets.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like I would have thought he'd have had a lot of yards for the Pats, but he didn't spend his whole career with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, McGough staying in here at quarterback while Herter gets tended to on the sidelines. Seems to be moving around pretty well for the amount of time he spent on the ground, but he's stretching things out there on the sideline. McGough, again, under center for the Clockers with 53 seconds to go in the first half.
And he'll just hand off to Molesky, who breaks a tackle. And he moves the pile. That's what he does.
He got some
He's
help
still
within
not
that
down.
pile.
And a first down stops the clock with 42.9 seconds as the chains move.
Yeah, he got help from some teammates, including Dylan Drozek, on moving that pile forward and getting that first down. So 35 seconds ago, the clock is running.
McGough can,
Go ahead.
very accomplished, throws it down to Palin.
And he hits him.
He gets him on the run, and there's a touchdown.
So Palin redeems himself. He certainly looked a lot more comfortable on that pass. I wonder if he's just had more experience with McGough. But terrific play call there, and the Clockers tack on another touchdown here late in the first half.
Once again, Jack McGough taking advantage of the reps that he's given, steps in, hits Palin perfectly in stride for a 40-yard touchdown pass.
And I got to tell you, Palin, I mean, yards after catch, I mean, he caught that ball turn and put on a burst. He really separated from the defenders there. Nice run.
Yeah, he did a good job concentrating on the catch and then worrying about running.
Yep.
Once again,
point after is good. So make it an even 30 for the Clockers. They're up 30-0 here over the Griffins of Greater Lowell Regional Tech.
So we'll keep an eye on the sidelines at Luke Herter, but there's no need for him to even come back into the game.
Yeah, no need
tonight.
to push anything here. McGough is comfortable. The Clockers have a comfortable lead. Again, don't want to take the foot off the gas.
Yeah, and they also have Pat Dornells, who pretty adept at running the offense there. Little less skilled with the accuracy, but can run the ball and run it well. But Herter's moving fine. Amy Mendoza's leaving him alone. That's our trusty trainer.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
If Amy's hanging with you, you've got bigger problems.
Yep.
So Julia ready to kick off here for the Clockers.
See if we can get back-to-back touchbacks.
The wind's starting to kick up a little bit here, Rob. Let's see if that has an effect.
I think it's coming across the field. Kind of feels like that's another nice boot. It's fielded
Down
though,
inside
at
the 5.
4.
Wow, nice cut there, but he gets brought down. So Nathan Belkis on the carry on the return. So just 12.7 seconds to go here for the Griffins. Wouldn't be surprised if they take a knee here, Rob.
That's just what they're expecting.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Is that what you're saying?
Throw it downfield. Just air it out. Number 88 is itching to catch a pass, although he's on the sideline, so that wouldn't be good. But
we got some like undersized receivers split out wide here to the near side.
And they do
hand off up the middle, met at the line, going nowhere. At the bottom there on the first hit was number 19, Jack McGough. So doing on both sides of the ball, Rob.
And
okay, that's your half. The clock ticks down to 0. So Clockers with an impressive first half here against the Griffins, up 30-0. And again, just dominant in all phases of the game tonight, offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, the Clockers go off in front of the student section, a very raucous student section. Thrilled to be back out here. The cheerleaders doing their thing.
Yeah, and a lot to cheer about here tonight if you're a Clocker fan.
So they head back to the locker room. So we're going to take a break here. It's, like we said, 30-0, opening night. I'm Rob Silver, Josh Abrams for WACA-TV Ashland. We'll be back in a moment.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dining or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Rob Silver, and welcome to William Kunis Field here at Ashland High School, more fondly known as the Plateau by the Ashland Clocker Inner Circle. It's been almost 2 years since we last saw action here at the Plateau, with the season culminating in Ashland's first Super Bowl title since 1995. Ashland proved they were no one-hit wonders as they compiled a 4-1 record and took home a share of the Tri-Valley Large title in the Fall 2 season of 2021. Tonight they begin the defense of their Super Bowl title as they host the Griffins from Greater Lowell Tech. The Griffins are a formidable opponent, having compiled a 7-2 record in 2019 and a solid 5-2 2021 Fall 2 campaign, ending with a 4-game winning streak. The Clockers under 12th year head coach Andrew McKay will be led on the field by an accomplished quartet of senior captains. First we have Luke Herter, who will have the full-time quarterback duties. Last spring, Luke emerged into a solid play caller. Herter is more than capable of leading this offense, whether he's in his drop-back set or on the move in their often-used design rollouts. Herter possesses great accuracy. He's a good decision-maker and has the ability to break tackles when he chooses to tuck the ball away and take off running. Then there's Mac Gillis. He'll make his impact on both sides of the ball, playing both wide receiver and defensive back, and he's seen many varsity reps since his sophomore year. He's smart, physical, and quick. He uses these attributes to create space as a wide receiver, and when on the defensive side, has the ability to chase down any ball carrier. And then Andrew Molesky had a breakout spring as he was a force on the defensive squad, and when given the opportunity, made a big impact as a ball carrier. This year, he's the primary running back, and if his preseason form is any indication, we may be looking at some impressive numbers. And finally, Dylan Drozek is back on both sides of the line. He was a Tri-Valley All-Star last year with the ability to disrupt offensive attacks with his pass rush and a knack for knocking down quarterback passes. Dylan suffered an injury in his last game of the season against Medfield, spent the offseason rehabbing, working out hard in the gym, and he's in top form. Dylan is healthy, ready to go. Listen for Dylan's name to be called often tonight. As we know, if the Clockers are going to defend their Super Bowl title, it's going to take a team effort, and they certainly have a strong supporting cast, which we'll talk about during tonight's broadcast. We're just moments away from the opening kickoff, so grab a snack and a cold beverage and settle in for what should be a thrilling start to the 2021 Ashland Clocker football season here on WACA-TV Ashland. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
And welcome back to Friday Night Lights. It's Friday night high school football, Ashland, Massachusetts. I'm Josh Abrams, joined by Rob Silver. And in case you missed it, a great first half for the Clockers, Rob.
It really was. The Clockers receiving the kickoff. They marched right down, went out to a quick 7-0 lead on about 6 or 7 plays, but they picked up about 10, 12 yards each
At a
play.
clip, yep.
Yeah, and really looked like they were going to roll over the Griffins, and then a little bit back and forth, and then the Griffins kind of looked like they showed up, but then the floodgates opened in the after the safety, 9-0. Had 3 scores in the second quarter.
Yep.
Gigliotti ran one in. Rimza on a nice corner pattern in the end zone, and then Max Palin took a 40-yard reception from Jack McGough, who came in for Luke Herter, who
got a little shaken up late in the first half.
Yeah, a little ankle issue or something after a 12-yard scamper.
But yeah, the Clocker offense didn't miss a beat as McGough came in for Herter late in the first half, tacked on a late touchdown with a minute and a half or so to go, and that brings us up to date, 30-0 Clockers, as we begin to get ready for second half action. The Clockers a little late coming back to the field, leaving the Griffins here just waiting.
Yeah, that's part of the psychological game. Yeah, but if there was any doubt as to how the Clockers would perform after this semi-long 2-year layoff, it was all, any doubt was eliminated in that first half, as they looked just like the squad that left off 2 years ago.
At Gillette.
Yeah, exactly. So they're starting the defense of their Super Bowl title.
By the way, talking about experience, did you notice Coach Andrew McKay in his 12th year at the helm here for the Clockers?
Yeah, exactly.
Very
I think
impressive.
He's been coaching since he graduated high school.
Not quite that long, but it's pretty close.
No, but he's time flies. And
so Gilia here to kick off for the Clockers. He's been showing a lot of strong legs so far tonight, including a touchback. A nice long end-over-end kick gathered in inside the 5 and dropped. Recovered at the 1, and here we go. Oh! He got hit hard. So on the return for the Griffins was Nathan Belkus.
And that's Liam Fleming.
Big special teams tackle.
Yeah, Liam Fleming, another running back that's gets a lot of carries on the JV squad. Playing some special teams tonight and taking advantage with that huge hit.
So it looks like the ball's going to be spotted here at about the 11 for the Griffins. And, tale of two cities, Rob. Field position, starting field position for these two teams couldn't be more different.
Yeah, exactly. The Clockers have started in Griffin territory almost every play outside of the first kickoff. So we'll see what the Griffins can do, because I think the net yardage is negative for the day. Oh, and that's Philip Bork.
Vicious hit.
The long snapper for Ashland.
I think the Griffins are looking for a penalty for some kind of a horse collar or face mask, but it looked clean to me. Yeah. His arm snaked around the shoulder pads, but it was
that
clean.
Was just a hard tackle. Like I said, they just match up. They're so much bigger.
So I noticed, by the way, before that last play, Herter warming up like he's going back in here on the sideline. So we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, maybe he'll get one possession, and
he should probably be warming up with Palin so they can get on the same page. So here we go, 2nd and 7 now at the 15.
And again, it's Bracetti. He's got a different running back.
Handoff again. And hit hard again, this time by number 53. That's Vincent Mermelstein.
I think it was number 52. It was 52.
Okay. Well,
but you can pronounce
corrected.
Yeah.
It's an easier name to pronounce.
Right, exactly.
Leo Boven-Schulte. And again, our apologies, we're not quite getting that one right. But
yeah.
Hopefully we get Vince into the game so I can actually call his name appropriately.
But a pickup of 3 or 4 there.
We'll bring up a 3rd and 6 here for the Griffins.
as the wind picks up a little bit, coming across the field. Hands off to the player in motion. Does get to the corner.
So that was again
But
number 3,
that
Nathan
was it.
Velkus. He was the one. He was on the return. He's touched the ball a couple of times in this series.
And he looks like he's so fast, but because of the size, it's deceiving.
He's listed at 5'6", 140, Rob.
Huh. I'm 5'6", 1. I can't
You
even
used to
say
be 5'6"?
I used to be in the ones as well.
Time doesn't wait for any of us.
So back to punt. Is that number 22, who's been doing the kicking, Steve Perrin?
And he is standing inside his own 5. Clean snap, gets the kickoff. Troutman's going to run away from this one and just let it roll as it goes.
It actually
Looked like it was
tapped the
going out of
side. It
bounds.
tapped the sideline and then came back in bounds.
Comes
so.
to a stop at the Clocker 46. So the Clockers will take over here on downs. Well, on the kickoff, I should say, on the punt. So about 8:21 to go here in the third quarter. Clockers up 30-0. And I'm scanning the sideline, looking to see which quarterback's going to go out here for the Clockers.
Yeah, Herta wanted to go out, but they said no.
They said no, so
They said no, so it's Pat Dwinells that looks like is going to get the call.
I'm seeing Luis Miranda. First time I've said his name tonight. He's going to be out there for the Clockers. Yeah. So our PA announcer, Mark, correctly identifies Dwinell as the quarterback now here to start the second half.
Yeah, and actually Ashland has made wholesale changes all around. So it's Pat Dwinells, and lined up next to him is Gigliotti, one of the a shaky handoff, actually. Gigliotti did a good job to actually secure that ball as it almost snuck
A little
out.
bit of a miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Whether he was supposed to hold on to that or if that was going to be a fake. But he did gain the 50, and the ball's just over into Griffin territory yet again tonight. The Clockers are looking at the scoreboard says 2nd and 11.
And Gigliotti comes out, and Liam Fleming, who we were just talking about, who made the nice
big play,
on
yep.
special teams, a very accomplished running back as well. If he can take advantage of his playing time, trip receivers to the right. And that
Loose
ball
ball.
is mishandled. The Griffins cover it.
That's Griffin ball. Recovered on the just on the Clocker side of the 50.
Yeah, and that's Steve Perrin. Called his name a lot tonight for the Griffins. One of the senior captains, and
Gonna spot the ball at about the 48 of the Clockers here, 1st and 10 for the Griffins.
best field position of the night.
Yep, 6:58 to go here in the third quarter.
And as much as Coach McKay wants to get the second string in there, he will not be happy with that.
First string,
Possession.
second string, you gotta play fundamentals.
A mishandled snap on the first play, and then a fumble snap on the second one. So
Okay, back
Rossetti
to pass.
drops back
Going
to pass.
long. Ball falls harmlessly incomplete. It was Michael Diaz on the coverage there on the corner.
And had Rossetti looked a little bit around the field, he had his receiver on the left side wide open.
Diaz on the coverage never actually, I don't think he ever saw the ball, but he smartly turned his head so he couldn't get called for pass interference.
Yeah. Yep. Threw his hands up. Just
At least be a distraction running down the sideline.
They
Yep.
kind of blew the coverage in the center of the field to the left.
Okay, 2nd and 10 here for the Griffins. The Clocker 48.
I'm going to try it again. Design screen. And McGough read that one.
McGough was almost like the second wave of that blitz. I mean, the Clockers brought the house there. Griffins picked up the blitz nicely.
Yeah.
Read it the whole way. Quick drop pass, like you called, a kind of a screen.
Yeah, it was a design screen, and the key to that is you have to pick up, you have to just make one block. You had 3 defenders running down the field, but they didn't pick anybody up.
I've seen both quarterbacks tonight doing a nice job on those blitzes about throwing into the rush. You know, that's where the open man's going to be. So 3rd and 10 here for the Griffins. Man in motion. Delay handoff.
Gets to the outside.
A shoestring tackle by number 7, John Giglia.
That was Kevin Diaz on the run. So Giglia doing it with the foot
And the hand. Shoestring tackle. That'll bring up 4th down here for the Griffins.
So this is going to be interesting because they're going for it. They're going to pass. Now they're going to throw it downfield. Unless the guy can return it a long way, it's almost better off to drop it. But you know, the instinct is to catch it and get the interception. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
That's why they play the games.
If he throws it way downfield.
Oh, he's throwing.
And he does air it out. Oh, and he finds the receiver.
First down.
And is that number 88? Yes.
Look, it was Nick Tang and Jack McGough there on the coverage.
And Nestle Sainville.
One of them fell down. That's what allowed that man to be that open. Makes the play. It's, again, one of their longer pass completions of the night. Yeah. And the Griffins have new life here, a new set of downs. 1st and 10 at the Clocker 35 with 4:28 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And hey, good pass by Ryan Bersetti.
Got to give him credit.
To recognize
terrific play.
The open play. Couple Ashland alumni on the sidelines, Jeff Dolloway and Sean Harding. Good to see them back.
Rolling left.
He's going to
got a man wide open. Cuts it back across the middle for a nice gain, and he's close to a 1st down.
Once again, that's Captain Steve Perrin. Crusoe called his name a lot. Definitely playing a solid game in all facets.
So it looks like he came up just a bit short of the 1st down. The way they're spotting, it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 1, maybe?
Oh, sorry, 2nd and, yeah. I was doing the math backwards. I was thinking 2nd and 2, but 2nd and 1.
That's, that's why we have 2 people here.
I'm going to leave the math to you, Rob.
Thank you. All right. So Sainville down at the bottom of the screen. Number 88 seems to be the favorite target when he throws. That's Diaz getting the handoff. And he's dragged down by Liam Fleming and Jack McGough, but not before he gets the 1st down. Only needed 2, got 3.
So definitely their most prolonged drive of the night for the Griffins. But again, they are down 30-0 here with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Have an injury up on the roof. That's a cramp, foot cramp. I get them all the time.
Rub some dirt on it.
I think it's the high altitude.
Is that it?
And that's the other Diaz getting the handoff.
He got hit early, but still managed to turn that into a nice gain.
Yeah, ultimately brought down by Giglia. And again, if you're just tuning in, it's Ashland Clockers leading by a score of 30-0 after an explosive 2nd quarter. Just kind of blew the game open. Coach McKay giving his 2nd string some playing time on offense and defense. Obviously like to preserve the shutout. Bersetti, the snap, hands off to Diaz. Oh, no, that's not Diaz. Number 44.
He's got the corner.
Yes. That's number 44.
44, yep.
That's his 1st carry of the game, actually. Averin Chipasuth.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since early in the 1st quarter. He did pull in that first return.
Yes.
And he was mixed in on that first set of runs, but we haven't really heard him since then.
Well.
But he caught the corner there, went in for the touchdown, and the Griffins are on the board, lining up for an extra point.
So it's interesting. A lot of times as an underclassman, you want to be in there playing, and you're like, just give me a chance, just give me a chance.
Oh, they're going for 2. They're going for 2. Say, it got Bersetti in there behind under center.
He's going to
take it himself.
And he is in.
He made it. Okay, so that makes the score 30-8 now for the Clockers.
1:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ashland 30, Lowell Griffin
So it gives them something to work on, shows them where they are.
Absolutely. So I'm not going to get into all the details now, Rob, but as you know, it's quite a busy week here. First week fall sports for the Clockers, and got like 6 or 7 different teams going, you know. Kicking off this week, obviously we're here with the football team tonight, but girls volleyball is already underway, cross country. Girls field hockey's already got 2 games under their belt. Golf team is, they've gotten going. And of course, boys and girls soccer, all on the docket last week. We're going to be covering all of those teams in the upcoming inaugural episode of Clocker Talk. And of course, most of those teams, at one point or another this season, we will cover with live coverage here on WACA-TV.
Yeah, and if we're not covering them live, we'll at least be able to splice in some highlights for your viewing pleasure. And it should be a lot of fun. Like we said, we'll try and talk to some of the coaches, some of the players, and see what else we can do to keep everybody engaged.
And we'll throw it open to you, our audience, as well. You know, if you've got an athlete, whether at the high school level or even younger, middle school, elementary, if you've got a future clocker you want to profile, send us a note, clockertalk@wacatv.com.
Yeah, exactly. We have our own email now. It's official.
We've made it.
We have to share it, but
right.
We'll still
I don't mind sharing email with you.
No.
Well,
try a semi-onside kick. It's fielded by number 17.
That's Nick Tang.
Nick Tang, the third baseman on the Ashland Legion squad, I believe.
Okay. I'll tell you, catching a bouncing football like that isn't that easy. He made a nice play there to field it cleanly.
Right, that's why he plays third base.
He's got the soft hands. Mm-hmm. Used to play in the hot corner.
Yeah. And
see JK jogging in here to join the lineup, as well as Patrick Twinells.
And we haven't thanked our sponsors enough.
Not
but once
nearly
again,
enough.
Technoplex Flexibles, Technoplex Go will thank you for your sponsorship in all the sports. And Marathon Deli, feeding the crew tonight, feeding us always, feeding all of Ashland. There's the handoff.
There's a lot going on there. I have a lot of deception. I had a little trouble picking that one up, but it was a short gain there. It looked like number 26, Jason Crispin, his first carry.
Yeah.
Looked like he picks up two or three. I'm looking at the field marker.
What did you go with tonight at Marathon Deli?
I went with one of the standbys, the hummus chicken.
Oh, yeah, that's one.
You know I like that one.
I went spicy peanut Thai wrap. Thai wrap with the spicy peanut sauce.
That's one of my favorites. I really like that one. It's just I know I'm going to be at the game and I'm not going to be able to get to it right away, and it's going to go cold. I'd rather have the hummus chicken. So
exactly. So Pat Dwinells looking over to the sideline, positioning
Crispin. Yep, in the backfield.
Hands it to Crispin again, and he's met immediately.
Drop for a loss.
It's number 50 for the Griffins.
They defended that like they knew it was coming.
He was just crushed in the backfield. And speaking of crush, I have a grape crush. I like to work that in.
I know. I was going to ask.
Grape crush, courtesy of Marathon Deli.
That'll help quench the heat off of the Thai chicken.
Little trivia for you, Marathon Deli trivia. As we come to the end of the third quarter, we're going to take a break. You're watching WACA-TV Ashland Clocker Football. Rob Silver, Josh Abrams. We'll be back in a moment after a word from our sponsors.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dining or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
And we're back here, ready to kick off ready to start the fourth quarter. Ashland Clockers possessing the ball on their own 39-yard line, leading the Greater Lowell Griffins by a score of 30-8. Griffins rushing back onto the field. Have the second stringers in for Ashland. Clock not set.
Nope. The clock's at zeros.
The referee, good job.
Alertly noticed that. Okay, 11 minutes back on the clock. Ready to go.
And running the offense for the Clockers is Pat Dwinells. He rolls out to his right. He's going to keep it. Shows a flash of speed. And he breaks a couple tackles. And a gain of 31 yards down to the Griffin 30-yard line.
Yeah, that could be the longest run of the night for the Clockers outside of that long return.
Right. And that's what Dwinells, that is the scouting report on Dwinells from what I've heard.
He's got that speed.
He has to work on his accuracy as a passer, but
he's got the legs.
Very, very skilled runner.
Picked up a lot of nice blocks. There was a lot of open space for him to run there.
And he likes to run. Sometimes he looks too much for the run as opposed to other things. But
he doesn't look for contact like Molesky, right?
Right. And he's got Liam Fleming, who gets the handoff in the backfield, breaks it outside. One block, cuts it to the corner, and that's another 20-yard chunk for Liam Fleming.
He gets knocked out down around the 10, and I was getting a little worried. I was watching Jake Caveney on that play. I was getting worried he was going to get called for holding.
I saw the same thing, especially because the Griffin defender got turned around, but it was more on his own merit.
But he had that hand out there, and it's just waiting for a ref to see it. So, not saying he got away with one, but I'm glad there was no whistle. Mm-hmm. So, about 9.5 to go here in the game. Clockers up 30-8, and now first and goal at the 10.
And they bring in Crispin as the running back.
Cam Antoniuk is in there as well.
Crispin gets the handoff. Up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage, no gain, maybe a half a yard.
He had like kind of a late second effort there. We'll see where they spot this one.
Quick Marathon Deli trivia. How many different wraps do they have on the menu?
My goodness. I'm a big Baskin-Robbins fan, so I'm going to go with 31.
Not bad. 34 different wraps.
34. I should have said Doc Holliday. Roy Halliday was 34.
Yeah. So 34 different wraps. You know how many different paninis they have?
15.
23.
But at least we're playing Price is Right rules because I'm getting close without going over.
Yeah. Oh, you did well.
Okay.
You did well. Dwinells to Crispin. Finds a hole.
Rode a couple of nice blocks there. He's down inside the 5 now.
Yeah. Total of 7 yards.
Cam Antoniuk gets get called upon to run in here.
Yeah.
As Crispin comes off.
So 3rd and goal on the 3-yard line. And it's Jake Caveney in the lineup as well.
Yep.
And
he and Dwinells are getting the last of the coaching before they rejoin the huddle.
I'm guessing they're just going to pound it in, or attempt to pound it in. Okay. Nothing fancy, just
3rd and goal.
Hard-nosed football. You're up 30-8.
They've had the line most of the night.
Dwinell keeps it, and he's into the end zone.
Yep.
Like he does. So
you can afford to run that play when your offensive line is manhandling. I mean, they've just been dominant all night long. Those holes have been there throughout the night, not just for Dwinells.
Right.
Anybody who's been back there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that puts the total points at 44. So we may lose a few viewers now, but coming in for the extra point, again, John Gillia, perfect on the night so far, 4 for 4. Philip Bork with a snap. Keegan Weiss the hold.
Oh, bad
And
snap.
No sooner did I say perfect on
And
the
now
night.
he's dropped it. Oh, that just did not end well. Didn't start well. It didn't end well.
Well, it didn't start well for me saying perfect on the night. I knew when I said it. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. The execution has been perfect. So,
Does Coach McKay get our commentary when he's looking over game film? Because, you know,
Extra point is no good.
I don't know.
36.
I don't
you
know.
may have to fall on the sword on this one. You may have to take the blame for that snap.
Mm-hmm.
So, extra point is no good. Clocker's now up 36-8 with 7.5 to go here in the game.
Yeah. And Keegan Weiss on the sideline with a cramp. I feel your pain, buddy. I feel your pain. Us athletes, right here.
Weekend warrior.
Right here. Love you.
So, Rob, I got to ask, I've been waiting all night for the fortune cookies to come out. I wasn't sure if that was an indoor sports thing.
No. I have the fortune cookies.
Oh, the bag
They're
never
in the
came
bag
up.
that never came up. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we'll save that. I did read one real quick during the volleyball match the other night. So yeah, I have a bag of about 30 or 40 small fortune
Get us through the
cookies
fall
that somebody
season.
gave. Yeah, exactly. So Julia on the kickoff.
Another squib.
Trying.
He's just going to fall down. Yep. Smart play.
And no sooner do I mention that.
Producer extraordinaire Connor Donovan at it again.
So
now we have our fortune cookies.
We'll get to that in a second. As we have to queue up the app, because I don't have a gong with me. I think Hallie took it back to school, but
Hallie.
do we have a timeout? We'll wait for the next break in the action.
Sure. Looks like we have a new quarterback in here for the Griffins. This looked like number 9 to me, but I don't have a 9 on the roster.
And it goes to Diaz on the handoff.
He's getting
The
some
other
yards.
Diaz. Yeah, good job.
That was Kevin Diaz.
Yeah, there's Kevin and Alex.
Yeah, and they're both 5'9". Axel. Kevin and Axel. They're both 5'9". Hard to tell them apart, just, you know, and they're both wearing single digits.
First down, Greater Lowell, ball at the 46.
And I have to mention my buddy. It's great to see him back on the sidelines. Owen Lovely, wearing his infamous Gronkowski shirt. And so he's there to cheer on the team and part of the coaching staff. It's just great seeing Owen.
Mm-hmm.
I
I know he was excited to see you this afternoon when we saw him down before the game down on the field.
Love him.
Polite young man from what I saw.
Yes.
Very respectful, Mr. Silver.
Yes. Although the coaches call me Mr. Silver as well.
Well, they're younger than you. Again, it's just, I think it's a sign of
I
respect.
Get that. I know. Actually, Coach McKay calls me Sir, which is kind of a nice endearment. I like that one.
You know what? We saw Coach Zakili before the game. What did he call me? Chase's dad.
Yeah, there you go.
I couldn't even rate him Mr. Abrams.
Well, he was so thrilled to finally meet you.
Well, I appreciate it. He had some very nice words to say about Chase. So you're always good to hear it. Get unexpected praise of your children. So.
Yeah. So here we go with the backup quarterback, handing off to number 44.
He got hit right at the 50, but stayed on his feet. Didn't get any more yards out of it, but an impressive second effort there by the ball carrier.
And, Jared Canning, the sophomore, on the tackle.
Seeing Jake Dion come running off the field, holding the side of his helmet. I just hope he's okay. He might have been trying to just get his strap off. But
as we're down to 4:35 to go. Our apologies to the Greater Lowell Tech parents. We don't know the number. Number 9's on there. What are you talking about, Darren Puchel? You do not have a 9? Oh, wow. You have a defective...
How do you have a 9?
Oh, my God. Big discrepancy. Do you even have the right team? Look at that. Wow, you have an old copy. Yeah. That's a collector's item.
That doesn't seem right.
If that was a coin, that would be worth.
Right.
Don't crease that. Keep it in mint condition.
Okay, well, we're down to 4th down now for the Griffins.
And that's again Darren Puchel
My
at
apologies.
quarterback. Yeah, that is odd.
My roster does not have him on there.
That's crazy.
Okay, we got a late substitution for the Clockers on this play as Jake Friel's he didn't jog, he sprinted onto the field to defend this 4th down.
That's the way to
at
do
the
it.
Clocker 47.
Puchel steps back, dumps it off to his favorite target.
He's got some time. He's got some space.
That's Chipasuth, breaks it up.
He is
to
gone.
the outside. One player to get him. Can't do it.
And he's in for a touchdown.
And Chipasuth with his second trip into the end zone tonight.
That was wild. It was just like a little dump pass, and it turned into a 47-yard touchdown.
He's a big body, that guy.
44?
Yeah.
Yep.
Says and a freshman. Says 5'8", 170.
He's got some serious touches.
Definitely. So, 3:09 to go. It's 36-14. As 14 points have gone up against the second squad of the Clockers. They will go for 2 again.
Yep.
I'm getting a cramp in my
You
other
got
foot.
Chipasuth back there again in the backfield. He gets the ball. He's been hit a couple times. He's still on his feet, but then down he goes. So successfully defending the 2-point conversion. So the score remains 36-14 with 3:09 to go.
They might have to airlift me off the roof here with these foot cramps. What?
Paging Amy Mendoza. Is she only for student athletes, or?
Well, what is she going to do? How's she going to airlift me? She drives the gator.
I didn't say anything about airlift. You know,
well, that's what I said.
Put an air cast on there or something.
Not a cast. So with 3:09 to go, the Griffins will kick off, probably attempt another onside kick. This game well in hand, though, for the Clockers. From the opening kickoff.
Yep.
You know,
they've been dominating throughout the game, all facets of the game. And just a great home opener.
Yeah.
Again, great to have the fans back here, to the cheerleaders. Just a terrific energy here on the field tonight. The weather cooperated. You couldn't ask for better weather tonight. Not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah. And we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We want to thank our crew again. Nick Cunningham, Justin O'Brien, Connor Donovan, and down on the field, right in the middle of everything, Tom Hamilton went down once.
He took a shot. He took one for the team there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, all smiles. He's in good shape. He's okay.
Is back to receive the kick for Ashland is number 6, Louis Miranda, and is that 16? Pat Dwinells? Is that?
Yeah, I'll say that's 16. Yep. So again, just week 1 here of the fall 2021 season here on WACA-TV.
Yeah, look for these up men though, because I'm guessing they're gonna try and kick it short. Yep.
Oh, that deflect off somebody up?
Yep, but picked up by the Clockers.
And down, yeah, just nice, safe, right to the ground.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Smart football, that's number 28. As the PA announces
Cam
it.
Antoniak. So again, as I was starting to mention, right, it's week 1 of the fall 2021 season here on WACA-TV. We'll be bringing you at least highlights, and if not full broadcasts of most of these fall sports. Golf, cross country, those are a little harder to broadcast. We'll be narrating some highlights along the way throughout the season. We're looking forward to the kickoff of the new Clocker Talk show with Rob and myself, and certainly for you, Clocker Nation, if you have any ideas for stories or folks that we should be profiling,
yeah,
send them on in. You can send us an email at clockertalk@wacatv.com. You can hit us up on Twitter. I'm at Josh D. Abrams. He's at The Silver Lining on Twitter.
And good sportsmanship there as Herter comes back in the game. Thought it was Herter.
Yeah, Herter's out there.
Yeah, just to take the knee in the victory formation.
They're just going to run out the clock here. I agree. It's some good sportsmanship. There's no need to run up the score here.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves is wide open games or end of the half, and they're trying to do something that's pointless, and the only thing that's going to come of it. And with that,
it's a non-division game.
As we run out the last minute 43 seconds, what would a broadcast with Rob Silver be without Who Needs a Fortune?
That's right.
It's a little thing I like to do. Started with my kids a little while ago, but we open a fortune cookie, dedicated to everybody, and we dedicate it to whoever. We'll dedicate it to the football squad and a good season. All the athletes. And
that's a team win tonight.
Yeah. So everybody can always use a fortune. So I'll open the cookie. I'll have my trusted side partner, sidekick there, Josh Abrams, read it the first time.
Okay, here we go. The one you love is closer than you think.
As I step away from the guy reading it. Once again, the one you love is closer than you think.
Yeah, not right next to you, but closer than you think.
Exactly. It's meant to be literal. But if it was. So you take those words of wisdom with you. Speaking of love, this team, they got a lot of love for each other, the coach, all the coaches. And a great opening night victory as we'll see if they start the clock or let it run. Yeah. Good job by the refs to not start the clock, the play clock until it tipped under 40 seconds.
So again, lots of love tonight. A lot of new season, new track, new football uniforms, and now a new undefeated season to start. 1-0.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. A nice opening night victory here for the Clockers over the Greater Lowell Regional Tech Griffins.
3, 2, 1, and that's the ball game. Ashland Clockers, 36, Griffins 13.
So, quick rundown of the scoring. As we mentioned, the Clockers took the opening kickoff, marched right down the field to go up extra point good 7-0. Griffins struggled a little bit after a safety, 9-0, back and forth. And then the Clockers just found their groove in the second quarter and blew it open. After the opening touchdown by Molesky, it was Gigliotta, Rimza, and Palin scoring. And that last score by Palin coming from backup quarterback Jack McGough, who came in after Herter went down with a minor injury. He'll definitely be back. It's not going to be something that
Clockers ended up with 3 different quarterbacks tonight. They all had a hand in the scoring.
Yeah. Come second half, immediately Coach McKay was content to play the backup squad, give them some playing time. And it was ultimately the backup quarterback, Patrick Dwinells, who punched it into the end zone, but not before a couple of nice runs. One by him for 31 yards, as well as a 20-yard scamper by one of the other guys. I think it was Fleming, actually, who broke it. Or actually, it was Fleming or...
No, it's Dwinells.
No. After the 30-yard run, then they broke off. It might have been...
Dwinells had that really long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to the 30, and then they had a 20-yard run. That's why we have replay.
That's right.
That's why we film these things. So, and then quick shout-out to, on the Griffin side, though, the 2 touchdowns, both by Averin Chipasuth, the freshman. So that's a name you may hear about later. So the final, that was it. Final from Ashland.
Yeah, pretty quick
Kunis
game.
Field, the Plateau.
Under 2 hours.
Yeah, it was 36 for the Clockers, 14 for the Griffins. So on behalf of our crew here, again, we'll name them off. Tom Hamilton on the field, Justin O'Brien, Nick Cunningham, Connor Donovan doing all the coordinating. My partner, Josh Abrams. I'm Rob Silver saying thank you, good night, and go Clockers.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dining or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-4600.